This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the Saucepans and Sidesteps podcast. My name is Hugh, and I'm joined once again by a Scarlets player for one of our special interview episodes. Joining me this week is loose head prop Kemsley Mathias. Kemsley, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, great to see you, mate. So, we've obviously been in the Six Nations break just now, and it's scandalous that you weren't included in the squad, and we've been having all sorts of complaints sent in from all over the place, but on the rare occasions that you aren't involved in the international duty, what do you spend the downtime doing?
That's a great question. Obviously, we've been training pretty hard here at Scarlets, but we've had it's a week or 2 weeks over that period. But I've bought my new place down west. So I've been doing some renovation. So actually, I've been working again. So not much time off, but yeah, it's been good to be fair.
You're into your DIY. I see Dylan Lewis does a lot of it on the TikTok. You're just going to get into that?
What, TikTok?
Well, anything.
No, I'll definitely do some DIY myself, learn a bit of building and stuff like that. I'm not really experienced yet, but I got to save money somehow, so I'll do some myself, to be fair.
Would that have been your trade if you weren't a rugby player, do you think?
Everyone asks me that. I don't know what I'd do. My old man delivered milk, so I'd probably join him delivering milk, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. Carpentry sound pretty good. Like my mate does it, so it's a handy skill to have.
Yeah, for sure. When you're not playing test matches, where do you watch them from? Do you go pile around someone's house? Do you go down your local?
It's either be around my house or definitely one of my mates' houses. Yeah, just on the sofa. Yeah.
When you saw Reece Carey running that try against Ireland, you'd be like, I'd have done that from 20 further meters out, boys.
Fair play to him. That was a hell of a try. Give credit where credit's due us. Yeah, very impressive.
Yeah. So what are you focusing on in training at the moment with all that extra training time?
Just obviously game plans for tactics for games. Obviously, because the boys gone to Wales, you've got new players coming in, just trying to get those relationships. Things like new plays, still improving the basics, set piece wise, defense attack. Can we get the small skills even better? Just it's non-stop, really, continuing to get better. But yeah, it's not work going unnoticed. It is what's the right word? It is productive. But I do feel like, we're going in the right direction, even though sometimes the results don't show that.
Yeah, and I know you love your gym. Are you working on something specific in the gym at the moment?
Just get bigger.
Just always get bigger.
Yeah, bigger, stronger, faster. That's the main goal. Am I working anything gym-wise? No, nothing really. Yeah, maybe I think I might lean up a bit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to give my secrets away.
All right. It's like that, is it? Okay, then. So we'll mention on the Connacht game quickly. I mean, first positive, you landed in Ireland this time. That must have been a big relief.
Well, I wasn't on the plane last time, so it was all the boys were cheering. Yeah, it was good. But to be fair, it was a sketchy landing, mine still.
Was it?
Yeah, it was blowing a gale, but we landed and got to play.
That's all right then. So just quickly on the Connacht game then. So not a great result, slightly disappointing. You know, they had a couple of tries ruled out as well. What do you think was the issue in that game?
To put it like quite abrupt, I think it was just gain line. They dominated the physical battle. They were able to get behind us just through winning gain line. And on the flip side, when we in our attack tried to get gain line, we struggled to find dents in their defence. And when we got into their 22, I don't think we were clinical enough, maybe set piece wise, or just we call it fire attack. I don't think we were clinical enough in that. Whereas on the flip side, they were proper clinical in the way they went about their business. Breakdown, they were efficient. Just a whole mixture of things, which really compounded. But yeah, up until half time, it was the game was swinging like a pendulum. It didn't really feel out of the game, but yeah, as it hit the 60th minute mark, I felt like um, that's where we also need to get better, is being able to keep momentum and how can we score points in the late stage of the game.
Yeah, you mentioned that. You mentioned being clinical. I think in the last 3 games, we've had boys held up over the line.
Yeah,
That's frustrating. Is that something that you work on in training of how to avoid that situation? Because I've noticed when we're on defense, we're generally quite good at holding players up when
yeah,
it's the other way around.
yeah.
It's just frustrating that in the last 3 games, we left 3 tries out there.
It is frustrating. Obviously, you want to you obviously want to carry the score, don't you? You want to score, but if you're knowing that you're not going to get over that line, how it feels, because that new law came in a few years ago.
Mm.
It's a hard habit to not score, and it feels quite the opposite to snap it back and present the ball for another phase. But yeah, it's maybe having that rugby smarts. Some things that's not really a coachable thing. That's something that rugby players have to have within them, just those smarts in their game to be able to know that I'm not going to score. How can I get this ball back for another phase and just keep possession and keep the pressure on the opposition, knowing that it might come in the next 3-4 phases, being on their goal line.
Yeah, for sure. It is a weird kind of thing, isn't it? Is if you're going over, sometimes you have to think, no, I don't want to go over. It is reversing your thinking.
It seems a bit counterintuitive, but that's the smart of the game that you have to learn and have.
Yeah. Um, Looking ahead then, like you said, we've had a few new boys coming into camp. Now, I thought that our squad was pretty young already, but now it seems to be getting even younger. You starting to feel like an old man about the place?
Uh, a little bit, to be fair. Even though a few years ago I was the young pup, but yeah, there's some young boys in there, 18-year-old boys in there now. So yeah, I think that's just part of what happens in your career. You somehow end up on the other side of 25, and yeah. But no, fair play to the young boys. I think it's great exposure for them. When I was that age, because obviously the numbers of the squad was bigger, you weren't able to train with the seniors. But now squad's a bit less. They get the opportunity to train with us, and if they can step up to the plate quite quickly, not only will they get better, and you got a better prospect in the making, but also we've got good competition at training, and so it's a win-win for both parties, really. So no, it is good.
Any of the young boys a bit too keen, throwing it about too much? Go steady on, Tiger.
That's a good question. Nah, to be fair, they've been good. I think Lousy would put them in their place. That's happened in the past. If you doesn't want me to say that, but
No.
yeah. But you kind of want that, though. You want them to bring that intensity, and because that's only going to help them in their career. Obviously, they'll tone it down because it's just they get used to it. But knowing that they have that within them is always a positive.
Yeah. So who's catching your eye? Anyone in particular? Forwards or backs?
Yeah. Kaz Carwin, Lega Jones, he's been pretty impressive for his age. Being quite mature, going about his business. But I think that's pretty obvious with him playing with 20s, and obviously with his few games with us. So that's an obvious one. Let me have a think. There's a few good back rowers coming through.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got a good production line of back rowers coming through. Obviously, Dom Kassouf's just hit his ankle, but Dom, Oshan, Kai Jones, he's been training with us regularly. But Tian, Sparrow,
Easy and Izzy.
yeah, all these
Yeah.
boys are training well. I feel like I'm missing a few. I don't want to but yeah, there's loads to think of. See, so yeah, these boys are training well, and definitely ones to look out for.
Yeah, we've been looking out for all of them, especially the ones getting opportunity with the 20s. Oshin's a bit tricky because there's another guy called Oshin Williams in the squad. So you're
The ginger
seeing,
one, I think,
sorry?
ginger one.
Yeah, so you're seeing the stats come up and you're going, I don't know which one that is. Maybe they're adding them together or something because they seem to be top of everything. So um speaking of young kids coming through, someone who's probably a bit further along that path, not quite as far as you obviously, would be Josh Morse. What are
Yeah,
you made of him?
he's been very good. Fair play to him. He was had a load of injuries the last few years, and so for him to get a good few games under his belt, yeah, he's been pretty good. To be fair, I give him that. Keeping me on my toes, let's just say.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah,
And Jack Pritchard has been getting loads of praises for his under 20s work as well.
yeah. No, he's another a tight head coming through the academy of development. So yeah, he'd be a key part for us in a few years time whenever he comes into the senior setup. But yeah, it's good to have these boys perform in our 20s, knowing that they're coming through, and it's only going to help strengthen our squad there.
Can you remember when you were kind of that age and you were coming through and you were going from boys rugby to men's rugby?
Yeah,
Obviously, these boys are playing down in the SRC as well against some
yeah,
experienced guys.
yeah.
What was the biggest learning curve? Was it kind of gradual, you know, just you have to be stronger and stronger, or was there a moment where you're like, whoa, okay, this is senior rugby now?
I remember I was just turned 18, and I was with Carmarthen Quins because that was my what do you call it, uh, feeder club.
Hmm.
So that's the feeder club I'd go to. So Commander Quins, I was there, and I was going down training, and I think it was a scrums and maul session. And obviously before that, it was only under 18s rag competition that I'd done before, and just it is even at Quinn's level, it's a wake up call to that physicality and intent. I think intent more than anything. But these are fully grown men, and you learn quick that you have to step up to the plate. And so, an 18-year-old, that's the best thing. Just get thrown into the deep end. But I thought, yeah, this. I wasn't having doubts, but I was like, this is going to hurt. Like, but you, when adrenaline kicks in and you just get used to it, it's fine. And then next thing you know, yeah, you're doing it every day, and it becomes second nature then.
Yeah, awesome. That's great insight. Thank you, mate. So looking ahead now to Zebre, just quickly, obviously you being a front rower, Italy scrums won a lot of plaudits in the Six Nations.
Yeah,
Is that something that you kind of expected? What did you make of their effort in the set piece there?
uh, they were well. That was I wouldn't say a surprise, but that was their biggest improvement, I'd say. Making a scrum a weapon. Like if you look at the likes of South Africa, like if the scrum's a weapon, it's hard to compete with. And yeah, Ferrari, give credit where credit's due. I've propped against him before, but he seems to have taken his game to another level. So yeah, give credit where credit's due. This is impressive.
And as scrummages, you know, you kind of talk about scrummages, whether they're, you know, technical, trying to win a penalty, or whether they're just kind of pushers trying to beat you in a pushing contest. Kind of which side do the Italians tend to fall on, do you think?
They're very emotional people, so it's definitely a well, I would say obviously technical. It is obviously there's technicalities in the scrummaging, but it's a pure motion and intent sort of aspect to it that really I think got them on the front foot and made them quite dominant. Really,
Definitely. So with Zebra then, a team, how should I put this, in our vicinity of the league, um, what constitutes success in this game for the Scarlets?
Did you know only 6% of people are getting enough fiber? That's why Quaker created Fiber February, a month-long movement to show your gut a little more love. It's like dry January, only easier and more delicious. Quaker has over 100 delicious options that are a good source of fiber. So go buy Quaker Oats today and join the Fiber February movement for a healthy gut.
winning. But nah, score. How clinical can we be in their 22, scoring points, dominant set piece time, whether that be get opportunities to maul, scrum, dominance. That's not necessarily pens. That could just be 100%, 95% ball winning, just being dominant, just having that platform for the backs to strike, backs being able to beat backs one-on-one, just having confidence about us. Not to go in our shells, just trust the systems that we have in place and just go out and just enjoy and perform. Like, just don't overthink it, I think.
Yeah, that feels like some of the words you're saying there. That feels like something that's changed since Nigel has come in terms of that kind of, that kind of one-on-one mentality of going for it and express yourselves. Is that fair?
Yeah, definitely. He has. That's been one of his main messages. More for backs than forwards, but like backs being brave and just being like you have done in previous clubs that got you to Scarlets, like beating backs one-on-one, just having those flair moments that will create just a bit of gain line or just create a break. And next, we're on the front foot. Just small things like that's huge, especially for forwards. Some say coming out of a maul or a scrum, and next the backs have made a dent on the edge. It livens you up as well. And that's where we'll just feed on one another, the forward pack and the backs, just being able to forwards do their job, backs do theirs, and that's where that cohesion comes, and we can put them to the sword.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, thanks for that insight, mate. It's awesome. So, you talk about players feeding off things. It's a home game at the park on Friday night lights.
Yeah.
When that kind of Scarlets home crowd is behind you, what impact does that have? And I'm like, specifically for you, like personally, when you hear the songs going, when you hear the cheers getting louder, how do you respond to that?
Definitely plays a huge role, to be fair. You only notice it when you go play away games, like that you appreciate how good your home fans are, and they get behind us proper, especially the the south stand. Oh no, sorry, the north stand. Sorry, they're so vocal, and it gives the boys energy, especially when we're scoring and we've scored a try or we're running back, and you just can hear them calling your name or whatever. Just gives you that extra motivation and the extra energy to keep the momentum and keep performing.
100%. So Friday is also Ladies' Day, which I think is new for us. I don't remember us doing that before.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So just quickly on kind of adjacent to that topic, part of the Scarlets family this season has been Britain Thunder. They've been sharing the facilities with the Scarlets. They've got a semi-final coming up on the weekend. It's just great to have a kind of not Scarlets by name, but I think Scarlets in ethos women's team up there competing well.
I know. Yeah, I've heard they're doing really well going to the semis. They've been on I think it's a 5-game win streak.
Yeah.
So they're doing very well. So I wish them the best of luck in their game.
Yeah,
great fun.
And then final question, in the spirit of Ladies' Day, what is your cocktail of choice?
I do like a mojito. I love a mojito. But what? Strawberry daiquiri. That's up there. But I like it. No, actually, what's it called? The Dark and Stormies. That's my favorite. I don't know if it's a cocktail. Is that a cocktail? I think it might be.
Fair play, mate. I didn't expect. I expected you to be a bit more.
Either, so this is I don't want to sound like an alcoholic, but
just a bit of variety. Is that so? Are you more of a? I probably shouldn't ask you this, but I'm here now. So are you more of a spirits kind of guy, wine guy, beer guy?
I do like top shelf, but I get too drunk, to be honest. So I stick to either Guinness or IPA.
Can't go wrong with those. Can't go wrong with those.
Yeah, just give me IPA.
Yeah. All right. Well, that brings me to the end of the questions I had down to ask you, Kems. Thanks so much for joining the pod once again. I always love talking to you, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you very much, Shizu. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.